Hi, my name is Daði Freyr.
My name is Árný Fjóla.
And we made a sci-fi music video in our living room.
And this is how we did it.
I'm not better, but I don't wanna feel the same way. I never considered that maybe I was the one to blame.
This video is made for the song I'm Not Bitter, which is my newest song. And it's not the first time that we work together on a music video. I think we've made around 10, something like that. We've made like 3 in the past that are in a similar style, I guess. And one of them is Spaceship from 2016. Another one is Endurtaka mig from 2019. And then we made Somebody Else Now in 2021.
But it makes me proud to say that I'm somebody else now. That I'm somebody else.
So we could use the knowledge that we gathered from making those into making this one.
To make this video, we wanted to try a little bit different technology. So we bought a new equipment, we bought a new camera, and we bought some lights with it. So there was a lot of research of what to buy. And so the biggest change is the micro lens that we used.
It's like a probe lens, so it's very long, so you can like put it in between things and then track in and out with the slider that we also bought.
Mm-hmm.
So we're super professional actually now.
Yeah, and we had to learn a lot of new things for this video, but that would only make us better, and maybe the next one will be even better.
We don't know what the next one is going to be, but you'll see.
We already knew what the story was going to be like, which is like Daði starts very small and then he gets bigger. So we needed a lot of things to show that, and a lot of big things, a lot of small things. So we went to the store and bought flowers and stuff to pastel with. We bought arts and crafts supplies, but mostly we used trash and reused the things we already had. One of the first thing we did was to make the background. So we made a very large backdrop that we painted ourselves, and this is the one. We made a few, but this is one we ended up with.
Hello.
Amazing.
Thank you. So in the first scene, I'm a tiny little boy and I wake up in a flower. Most of the plants in the first scene we just found in our garden, which you can't see, but it's right over there, I promise. And then we made most of the sets just on our living room table. We started by putting a blanket on it and then some moss to cover the ground. And then it was just about finding the right place for each plant.
Mm-hmm. A lot of time into just making the right placement for everything.
And since we were doing a lot of like tracking with the slider, we needed to like have it nice in the beginning, then move it a little bit, make it nice over there also, move it and make it nice so the whole shot is nice and not just one part.
And the most tricky was to find like the right size for the plants and maybe reuse some of that later in the video to show the scale. The scale, because Daði is growing during the video, was very important. So we were using small flower first and then trying to, no, the other way actually. Big first and then smaller as we go on.
When I walked in the forest a little bit in the video, then I walk out of it and I come into this desert area, which we also did on our living room table. And Árný went outside to get some sand from the sandbox, which was very dirty. So she had to start by cleaning it in our bathtub.
And my favorite part of this music video was to paint the broccoli. We had a big broccoli tree first, and then we just tear that thing apart. It's like the same thing, just to make the smaller trees.
So we could use the same broccoli to make 3 different scaled trees. And we had some rocks also that some of them came with the sand, some of them we found. And then in the background we had some mountains. These mountains here. Whoa!
Mountains.
Crazy. Movie magic. We're actually really good at movie magic now. This is one mountain. It's made from chicken wire inside. And then paper mache.
And then we painted it. Our girls helped with the painting.
That's why they look so fabulous. Probably the most time-consuming part of the preparation for the music video was the houses. And
we built a whole city.
And city. No, I don't have the microphone. We made a bunch of houses.
So many. We made 15 houses in total.
These houses were made from trash.
Mm-hmm. From the Gelbetonne for the Germans.
Shout out to you, Germans.
So it's mostly just like boxes and plastic stuff, and we found a printer on the street that we took apart, and all those small mechanic parts were really good for it.
So at first we just gathered a bunch of stuff that could be used for it, and then it was about cutting it all into pieces and hot gluing it together.
Lot of hot glue.
Yes, we went through so many sticks of hot glue. And after it had all been glued, we spray painted them with metallic spray. And after they had been spray painted, this master of the paintbrush took over.
So I just painted it with a dry brush technique kind of, and just used the toilet paper and sponge and pencils to make textures and to make them look like they had overgrown by the time. So they have a lot of green paint on them that's supposed to be like moss or grass or something like that. And when they were ready, we did a 3D scan of it, and we printed out replicas. Replicas?
I guess so.
Yeah. So we made these houses in 3 different scales, and we ended up using the smallest ones the most, and the bigger one the least.
Yeah, in the end, the full-scale houses were only in 2 shots that were very short. Yeah, I thought at first we were going to use the big houses for almost all the house scenes, but then we very quickly realized that that's not how this video was going to work.
Because in the storyline you're already so big, so we needed the smaller ones.
It didn't really make sense for the story of the video, so I was supposed to be very tall, or yeah, these are real scale when I'm entering the town area.
Wow.
And then, because I keep getting bigger and bigger in the video, we needed to make the earth, because I'm starting to get bigger than earth. So we went back to paper mache.
There's a few different types of paper mache, and I decided to use the hot paper mache. So you have to heat up the glue, which is just flour and salt and water in a pot, and it's supposed to be stronger if you make the hot glue, and it actually is quite strong. This earth is unstoppable, unbeatable. Well, inside it's a yoga ball that we bought second hand.
And then Árný, paintbrush master, painted it.
Yes. I was gonna make it super real, but then I realized that's very hard and it wasn't gonna be seen in the video so much, so I just made up new countries.
But we have Iceland in there.
And Europe, kind of. And then I went on to America, and then I realized I don't even know how they look like, so it just...
And we have a very big Italy.
One big shoe.
Where is it? There is it. Italy. Shout out to you.
And then we are going into space.
We're going to space. Oh, is it,
We actually made, the video Spaceship, so we made another space before. We made a music video for Mixofreakian ones with only using the milk technique that can be seen in the space in this video. So you use whole milk food color soap, and then we just did the negative of it in the computer, so it kind of looks like space something.
But to make the actual stars, I don't know why we decided to do it like this, because maybe just to try to have it as much in camera as we could, because we could have just made it in Photoshop or something. But I painted this black and then put some holes in it and then recorded it in front of the window, so you could see the light coming through, and that made the stars. After we had done the space background, then we could start recording me. So at first I painted my shoes because I didn't want them to be so Ugsy, and I wanted them to be more Daði Freyr. So then I had black and white shoes. Uggs, please sponsor me and make those shoes and give me a percentage. Thank you. We were kind of debating in the beginning if we were going to do green screen or if we were going to do rotoscoping to cut me out of the background and put me into the video. And in the end, we decided to go with an AI rotoscoping technique, which sometimes was very nice and sometimes not at all.
So we used different backdrops while shooting him on the treadmill. We also bought a treadmill. We were thinking about painting it green and have everything in green screen, but then because we used the AI roto thing, then we just used similar colored background. So we used a red one and we used the green and just white wall even sometimes.
So we just had me basically walking on a treadmill, and then,
for the whole time.
Yeah, then we made the computer cut me out of the scene. Except for the space scene when I'm actually starting to fly or float, or you float in space, right? Yeah. Then we first recorded me hanging from the ceiling and dangling my legs a little bit, and then we recorded another plate of my upper body, and then I put the two of those together in the computer.
Not the first time we're doing that. We have done that a couple of times.
Yeah.
That we find that a good technique.
Yeah, it makes a lot of things a lot easier.
And another scene that we didn't put the green screen in is when you step into the city for the first time.
In that scene, we just actually I just stepped into the city because I was the right scale for that scene.
Oh, we did with the space. One of my favorite things in this video, when I was standing behind Daði because I was acting out his sweater floating in space. And also the sweater has it's a hoodie. It has this band, this thing in it. Yeah. And we actually tied that up to the ceiling, so it looks like they are floating.
And when I'm first starting to float off the earth, then I was actually standing on the ball and just lifted myself up a little bit.
We have 2 daughters, and we did the video mostly when they were at the kindergarten.
But our whole living room was just a workspace for this video for a month.
And there was sand everywhere. And what did you learn by the editing process?
I learned that I can't really rely so much on the AI rotoscoping as I thought I could. There was a lot of jankiness happening that I wish wasn't there, which you can very clearly see in the music video. I think next time we would try to actually do it on a green screen, and I learned that lights are hard. I don't know how to use those.
Yeah, also because we were using natural light as well, because that kind of just looked right.
And then we learned how to use the probe lens and the slider, which is
that was nice.
something that we have
That's
never
fun.
really done before, which was cool. Yeah, it made it very easy to make cool looking shots, I think.
I guess you're gonna see a lot of those shots in the future from us.
We learned a bunch from making this video that we're definitely going to take into the next projects, and I think we're going to be making more of these kinds of projects, because then we can have full control,
Of everything.
and we like having full control.
It was fun.
Thank you for making this video with me.
Thank you also.
Oh.
So this video took a month,
Yep.
just from the first idea until it was finished.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching. That's how we made the music video. If you want to follow me, then do that. If you want to follow Árný, then
Do that.
And we'll put the links in the description.
And we will make some more videos.
Like and subscribe.
Bless all.
Bless all.